Getting that. మళ్ళా వెళ్ళిపోయింది ఆ పవర్.
People online. So people online, are we audible?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello. Unmute போடுங்களா? Someone going to present. Please keep yourself on mute. People, everyone in the floor, please keep yourself on mute on the Zoom. Okay. Everyone join the session. People online, join the session. Okay. I know who is going to present. Sharing screen, access for them. And people online, is there anyone who is joining for the first time for this particular session? If you are joining for the very first time, maybe you can put it in the chat, or you can also unmute and speak. So that we can also check whether what you are speaking is audible to us. Speak on that. Is there anyone from your connecting from online? Sorry, someone is speaking from online. Who is that? Okay. Suppose if you are completely new, if you are connecting from online, this is a kind of a project demo which is happening. We have classes. We have the classroom into 3 teams. We have split our teams in the classroom trainees into 3 teams, and we have given a project for them to complete. They have the deadline, but Whenever they have progress on their once in 2 weeks, they are going to come here and give the progress of the project. As part of that, already there is a team called Infinite Innovators. They have given their demo, and today is a team. Impossible Mission Post. Okay. They are going to give the demo over here. So over to the team. You can start here. Request is just give a demonstration of the project. We don't want you to explain each and every objects that you have created. Like the last demo, we don't want you to explain what is this object. For example, asset object. Asset is going for use this purpose. Someone will ask any question, you can demonstrate that one. Like if I ask what is asset, what is product, whatever it is. Okay. Straight away, you can start like assume that I'm your customer, I'm looking for my software, how it is being developed. Okay. So you can demonstrate how this project is going to be helpful for me. The project which we have given here is a manufacturing project. Assume I'm a client. Recommend to the team create படிங்க அன்மியூட் பண்ணாதீங்க உங்களோட பிரச்சனை நீங்க மியூட்ல இருக்கீங்களா
இல்ல
லேப்டாப் so people are online are they audible
Voice is not clear.
Is it working now? Someone from online, you can unmute and speak.
It's audible only.
Audible. Okay, fine. Very good. So, okay, over to you. Please start.
To all, myself is I belongs to team IMF and let's introduce my team. He is Sabris, he is Unisri, and Satyam Murugan, Suresh, John, and Sini, and Umar Shankar, and Abhishek, and it is Arun Kumar, and it is Naveen. Just he said he's going to say about business requirement and the business process. Sini will continue the chapter.
Hi all, good evening. Now I'm going to do a brief intro of our PR that we collected from our client. Cars renowned luxury automobile manufacturer known for their craftsmanship, design and performance have approached us, Team IMF, a CRM consultant firm, and based on their needs, we suggested Salesforce CRM to them to manage their business model. The reason we suggested Salesforce as a CRM solution where business is many for a few of which I am now. Salesforce offers a comprehensive store of tools and features designed to empower businesses managing their customer relations effectively and efficiently. Here's how Salesforce CRM can specifically benefit us. They have a centralized customer database to provide a centralized repository for storing and managing customer information with a unified view of the customers, including their preferences, purchase history, and service records. Verticals and deep insights into each customer's needs and preferences. This enables your sales and service teams to provide personalized and tailored experience, ensuring customer satisfaction level. And next, streamline sales process. Salesforce CRM streamlines the sales journey by automating and optimizing various sales processes from lead management to opportunity tracking. Your sales team can effectively manage their pipeline, track prospects, convert them into customers. Advanced analytics and reporting capabilities allow you to monitor sales performance, identify trends, and make data-driven decisions to boost sales and revenue. Exceptional customer service. With the Salesforce Service Cloud, Bentley Cars can deliver exceptional customer service experiences. Service agents can access customer information, service history, and warranties, enabling them to provide personalized and timely assistance. Features like case management, knowledge base, and self-service portals empowers customers to find solutions to their own and provide seamless support across multiple channels. Marketing and campaign management.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing the content or all that we see business requirement gather? Sorry. Okay, okay, go. Okay, that's what people are not able to follow your voice. Okay, that is first thing, and they don't find anything in the slide. That is second thing. Please go ahead. Please be louder, or you can pass and you can let them. Suppose if you want to convey something and you want others to listen, then maybe you can give some pass and you can also explain on top of it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, next module is the marketing and campaign management that Salesforce provides. Salesforce Marketing Cloud equips Bentley cars with powerful marketing automation capabilities. You can create targeted campaigns, segment your audience based on various criteria, deliver personalized message across multiple channels like email, social media, and mobile. Marketing analytics help you measure campaign effectiveness, track customer engagement, and refine your marketing strategies to maximize ROI. Collaborative on mobile capabilities and scalability and customization are also other features that Salesforce provides. In conclusion, by implementing Salesforce CRM, Bentley Cars can transform its customer relationship management processes, gain a comprehensive view of customers, streamline sales and service operations, deliver exceptional experiences throughout the customer journey. Salesforce CRM empowers Bentley Cars to exceed customer expectations, foster long-term relationships, and drive sustainable growth in the competitive luxury automotive market. Thank you. Now we will look at a short demo by our team. Over to Ministry.
We create a lead capture form on our project using the Salesforce Web2Lead HTML code. This form typically includes the fields last name, phone number, and email, and company and product interest also. And when the visitor when the visitor entered the project in website, entered their contact information in this form. Okay. The visitor after hit the submit button will
Keep the mic close. கொஞ்சம் பக்கத்துல வச்சுங்க. Then only.
It will redirect to the thank you page in Bentley Motors website. At the same time, email will be sent to the customer and the executive of the branch sales executive is okay. It's the sales executive email. Email contains the user information. Okay, is the user email. The user email is the customer email. The customer email we attached to browsers or catalog. When the visitor fill out the form on our website and submit it in the data, it's sent to our Salesforce out. Salesforce receive the form submissions and automatically create a lead record in our Salesforce out. The lead record include the information they provided the visitor. Once the lead is created, the Salesforce can assign is to the specific user or queue within your org. The assigned the sales representative can be review the lead qualify or not. Once it qualified it can be converted into opportunity account and contact within the Salesforce. Over to Shankar.
Hi everyone. I'm going to explain about accounts and contacts. In Salesforce, to store information about your customers using accounts and contacts, Accounts are where you store information about your businesses, and contacts are the people who work in those businesses. They are the most important part of Salesforce, which are linked with all other objects. And if you are doing business with a single consumer or a single person, it is called a special type of account called a person account. If you're dealing with businesses, it's a business account. As far as Bentley is concerned, it's a B2C model, so we are selling to our consumers. As far as contacts are concerned, they are the people who work for their businesses. Like an account record, the contact has its own related information, like the cases the contact has filed, the meetings you have had with those contacts, the call logs that are maintained with those contacts. The related information lists that you have updated ensures your team is up to date with the latest with that account. Over to Sabrish, he'll explain about opportunities.
Hi everyone, myself Sabrish. Here I'm going to say about the opportunity. So from the lead, if we submitted the lead, we will get the customer into the opportunity. Yeah, opportunity in the Salesforce that tracks revenue opportunity between deal stages in your sales pipeline. So once the lead became the qualified, they are considered as an opportunity because they have an high potential that they will buy the product what we are selling, right? So once it comes into the opportunity, here we can add the product of the customer. So we have added the two custom price book here, like Bentley Tamil Nadu price and Bentley Kerala price. So if customer from the Kerala region, we can sell the Kerala price book. After that, we have added the 4 product like Azure, Benmark 6, Bentley S1, Brooklands. According to the customer requirement, if you like the Benmark 6 or Azure, we can select the Azure and we will proceed to the next. After that, we need to enter the quantity. So after you submitted the product, we will give the codes to the customer, right? So in the opportunity, we can create the code. Here I will give the Azure as a code name. And after you save the code, it will move to the codes object. Here in the code object, we have added already we have added the product. It will redirect it here. And in the code object only, we going to send the codes to the customer by using the PDF. We can convert it to the PDF and we can mail that PDF to the customer. So here what we have done is, if you go to the detail page, here we have created some custom fields here. Like in the opportunity, you can see the X showroom price that we will give as a X showroom price. Here what we have created is B2B insurance, that is bumper to bumper insurance for the car. What we have the extra amount like B2B insurance, registration charge, and then here accessories, fast tax. These are the mandatory things. This is not come to the company profit. It will go directly to like insurance company or government else. So these are the things we have added in the codes object. So here we will start sync. By syncing, it will directly get into the opportunity. So once I send this PDF to the customer. If he is not satisfied with the rate or amount what we have given, so here we can also have a discount. We can give some extra discount by approval from our manager or upper higher authorities. So what here we have done is we have do some codes template here. Like we have added our customer logo, and we have given the company detail and who going to purchase as the customer detail. And here we also have some custom fields like product code, quantity, and sales, and including the total amount. What are the amounts behind that? Also, we have included that field into these codes. So once the code is sent to the customer mail, after we communicating with the customer, we can through this pipeline, we can do that achievement. If the customer accepts, if we give the mark as an accepted, automatically opportunity also will get closed one. Here they did. Here we have done the close here. Yes, here you see means if the sales executive give the in quotes, he give marked as an accepted. Here in opportunity also it will marked as a closed one, because through the automation here we have achieved that it is a closed one. If customer is not satisfied with the quotation what we have given, so if we mark the pipeline as a deny, here it will goes to the closed last. So once it is closed one, it is redirected to the booking detail. Booking detail will be explained by Ira.
Actually, booking details is a custom object. What we created. It's created for once customers satisfies our product and he wants to buy our product. In opportunity, we make lookup object. We make a filter that what customer opportunity is closed one, only that field will display. Suppose we make some customer makes some advance amount, and also we enter that amount, particular amount, and mode of payment also what type of payment, loan, credit card, cash, digital payment are added. Suppose customer need that old card to exchange that card, we also that particular card, the exchange value also we provided. We added some more fields in that booking details. That's now the sprint one. We added just some custom fields also. And the inventory object we also added in that extra custom object. The inventory object we check that booking details in the particular car model is available in the inventory object. It will display in that booking details. It's automatically it's saved, or else it will wait for some month to booking that particular car when customer need which car customer needed. And the inventory object also that we will make some automations in that. After inventory object, we make invoice also. Invoice object is an after we delivered that particular car, customer bill that particular car, and also some contract make in that particular car. In AJSD, some fields we going to include that particular custom object. Data security also we provided. Naveen will further discuss.
Okay, thanks. Before we move on, coming back to these objects, booking details, inventories, are these objects or standard object?
Custom object.
Okay, why did we go for custom object?
Because some standard objects don't have that meet that criteria. We can't add that criteria so that we make custom object.
Any idea which standard object we could have used here instead of
Order, I think order is suitable for booking details, but in our scenario, order satisfy our need so that we make that we make the booking details.
could you please explain me in detail what is not available in order standard object, but you made available in booking
Actually, some of standard fields include in the orders.
Okay.
That's why we can't edit that particular standard fields. So we provided the extra custom object.
So you mean to say there are fields, the standard fields is already available in order. But we can still ignore it, right?
Ignore it, but related product it will function so that
Related, I don't understand.
related object.
Okay, order has some dependencies with other object.
yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What are the object that you see it has a dependency?
We just can't explain.
People online, please put yourself on mute. If you want to speak, you can unmute and speak. Dilip, mute. Whoever in your team, whoever in your team, question to the entire team. There is a standard object which is order, it is already available, but still you go for a custom object. So I'm just looking for some justification here. Contract is a required object whenever you go for order. Is that your question? Okay, okay. So what is stopping us from creating a contract when you are making an order? See, at the end of the day, if I'm going to purchase, I'm going to invest nearly 10 lakhs, right? So if I'm going to invest, let's take example of AJ skill development itself. At the end of the day, you're all coming here, you're paying a fees of 25,000 to 45,000. Whatever it could be, even if there is a person enrolling for a very minimal course, what we are doing, we are sending you an email agreement. That is what the contract between the buyer and the seller, saying that you are paying me 20,000 and these are the services I agree to deliver. That is what the contract is all about, the agreement. You are buying something and I'm saying this is what I can do and this is what I can deliver. In that case, I hope contract must be there, right? And I'm going to spend nearly 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. You're all selling a car. This is not a very small object. I'm going to purchase something new. So definitely I would expect whoever the agencies, they should be liable to me for to some extent, like the services, these are the services we are going to provide. That should be part of the contract, I guess.
Actually, contract object we make after the invoice. Once invoice to the customer after we make the contract.
Of course, without raising an invoice, you cannot create a contract.
Okay.
But here, you all should understand the flow of sales here. So my question is, there is a Web2 lead. It's coming inside and you are creating a lead. What is the very next step we are doing? There is a opportunity you are creating for selling your product. If it is a product, you have added the product and you are attaching the product with the opportunity. Now you are approaching me and I say, yes, I go with this product. What would be the next step you will be doing? The moment I say I'm going to purchase the product, what is the next step your sales representative will do?
We'll order the product.
You will be sending a code. Okay. Once I agreed on the code, what is the next step we will do? I'm going to purchase the product. I will not purchase the product without invoice, first of all. If you want me to purchase your product, you as a buyer, as a seller, you should raise the invoice. You should send the invoice to me. Whatever the data you have given in the invoice, like bank account, PAN account, GST number, right? By seeing your invoice only, I come to know all this data and I will make the purchase. Then you will give a receipt. So I guess here invoice should happen, right? So in Salesforce, if, as you said, if invoice has to be done, you need contract. Then what is stopping us from creating a contract?
So we planned, sir.
Hmm.
In this sprint, we have done up to booking detail only.
Okay.
In the next sprint, we have planned the inventory object and then also contract object. Those things are we planned.
Say, I completely agree. The question is not about how much you have done. The question is all about your understanding on using the existing Salesforce object. Okay. So here the question is, there is a standard object order which is already available, but still we went for the custom object. So try to use the standard object. Suppose still you find a difficulty, come up with the restrictions. Ashok, as per the project, these are the restrictions with the order. That's why we go for the custom. It is fine. There are real-time projects still exist without using the standard objects. They go with the custom object. There are a project exists. The reason they will say, I have dependency on this and that, that's the reason I don't go. But in this project, I don't get a proper justification why you are not going for the standard object. If creating a contract is stopping you from using the order, then go ahead and create a contract. Because as we are all in the learning state, you must have an idea on what is contract object, for what purpose we will use, right? Whatever the question I'm asking, right? When you are going to explain the same project to any of your recruiter or even someone going to interview you, this is the kind of question you can definitely expect. There is something already available in Salesforce. Why you still go for custom object? Creating an object, creating a field is not the responsibility of any of the administrator or developer. I mean, Salesforce developer. Just to create an object or a field, something, these things are available in the internet. How to create object, how to create field. But being a professional Salesforce developer, we should take a call. Should I go for a customization or should I use the existing options, which is already available in Salesforce itself? The reason why I assume I'm a business, the reason why I'm going to invest on Salesforce, if I have to purchase Salesforce, what I have to do? I have to pay minimum $200 per user for my company. Assume I'm having 10 sales representative in my company, I have to pay 200 into 10, almost $2,000 every month on Salesforce to maintain my project. I'm already investing on the product. If the product is there, what I would expect, my IT team should explore the product. If the IT team again come back and say, I have created a custom object, which means the IT team are spending some effort in creating the custom solution. I have to pay for the IT team as well. To create the custom solution, you will come up with 1 week of effort or 2 week of effort. For the 2 week, I have to pay to you. If I already have a product, I have purchased and I'm using it and I have invested, why I have to pay my IT team to again redesign the product? If that is the case, I should go for .NET or Java, as some kind of a PHP solution, right? Where you can create everything right from scratch. So the reason why business choose Salesforce, all things are readily available. All that the effort we put on the IT is very minimum. That is the reason a business choosing a Salesforce. So this part we must have a clarity. Not only here, whenever you go, you may go for 1 year, 2 year, or 10 years experience in IT. Whenever you come across a requirement from your client, your first thing would be, in what way I can reduce the investment going on into this IT project. Whether it is buying a new server, buying a new software, there are times you have to guide your customer to buy a solution from App Exchange. Instead of going for App Exchange, why don't we as IT team create the same product and give it to the customer, right? So from the customer end, I see there are much effort we have to put on these two objects, right? So try to explore the natively available options, because there are chances like just like how whenever there is a convert button we click, the lead will become account, contact, and opportunity. Assume that the same option we are going to customize. What do you have to do? You have to write a trigger or you have to write a flow, right? But still we have a native solution. Like the same way, see, is there any native option available? We want to see the improvements in the next sprint. Try to utilize the standard objects in your project. Okay, but continue, please.
Hi sir, I am Naveen. I am also part of this team. I am going to discuss about the data security. So now I am going to discuss about why data security is important, then how Salesforce is going to ensure the data security, then what are the types available. Some things I want to speak as technical things. So I will now I continue from the why data security is important. So every company is going to collect the data. So collecting.
Sorry. Online இங்க வச்சுக்கணும். அவ்வளவு தூரம் வச்சாதான் கேட்கும்.
Okay, every organization have the responsibility to save their data. So Salesforce also have separate kind of steps to save their data, because at last saving the data of the customers is a vital thing. So if any organization have either data breach or something is happened, means definitely customer is going to lose the interest on that organization. So like in the recent times we saw many organizations have faced the same kind of issues, like Facebook or Twitter have faced the same kinds of issues. So after that issue was happened, they lost most of the subscribers or users going to use. Definitely they are going to not believe that organization. So Salesforce have some set of security things like 4 types, like organization security, then it will consider the object also, then field, then it will secure that record also. Record means it will be like a user's record. So object and field will come under the Salesforce itself. So organization level, if you want, I tell you, means that system admin will have the right to give access to the company users or not. That will be going to decide by the organization level security. So depend on that, he will able to decide the object and field and records also. So how Salesforce is going to ensure the data security means Salesforce have separate encryption and it have the advanced threat detection. So Salesforce is not going to find any threat after reaching the server or after reaching its cloud, because it have the prevention security. So it will able to find before it's going to attack or something. So they are going to implement on users permission, then identification. These all things they are going to deal about. So Salesforce also have additional things like Salesforce Shield, then it have platform encryption, then it have even monitoring and field audit trial. So if I want to tell platform encryption means it's like encryption. I want to tell you before, encryption means it's like normal language I have to convert into the coding. So it will be come from the mathematical sets by having some set of rules called algorithms. So it's very during the transfer or during the usage, it's very hard to decipher. So other things I want to tell you means event monitoring, it enable us to see the precise information of specific users in the organization, what user is doing in the project or in our company. So that is also able to we can easily monitor that. Then with the field audit trial, we can able to track the objects. So field audit trial, if you archive the data also, we can able to delete it until it can be able to delete it. So if I want to tell you technically means some sets of things is available in Salesforce itself, like permission sets. It will be used for profile level users to give the access for object and field. So another thing is there like roles. It is going to give the access on record level access. So these are the things going to manage the data security. So depend upon the customer requirement from Bentley, we have created the roles, profiles, users, roles. So depend upon the customer requirement or the data security, we have created the roles, profiles and users for the South Indian head branch. So in South India, Bentley car showroom have the divisions in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. In Tamil Nadu, we have 2 branches, and in Kerala, we have the 2 branches like Chennai and Madurai, and in Kerala, we have Trivandrum and Kochi. So for each branch, we have assigned a sales manager and sales executive. So if you have So depend upon the customer requirement, we have assigned the roles, profiles, and users. So this sales manager able to see what sales executive is doing. Then depend upon the role hierarchy, they will be able to see all the things which was going inside the organization. Then if any internal issues happening in any of the branch means, so it will definitely going to affect the customers relationships. That if any situation happens means, system admin is going to assign that role to another branch also. That is also possible in Salesforce. So by using this kind of things, we are going to ensure the data security, so we can save the customers' data. I will hand over to Veera.
Actually, we also create the service cloud also.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. And before we move on, see, whatever we have seen is you have just delivered about the data security. Why we go for data security and how Salesforce is secured with it regards to this. My question is, in this project, how we have implemented the data security? What kind of model we are following? Is that completed or is still in progress?
Completed, sir. Just add the user only.
Okay, so far you have added
Add
only the
user role and profile.
user role and profile. Okay. So when it comes to the model, right, you can better work on the model very well. Okay. And also there are 2 things. There are 2 participants, like one is him and another participant. You are giving a more input, but I don't see anything in the slides. The slide is not giving any information on that. At least if I have the subheadings, like you're talking about audit trial, you're talking about different terms, right? At least if we have the subtitles, we come to know, okay, these are the terms that being discussed part of this discussion. Because this one slider, I agree that you're all gone with the one slider, but this one slider not giving me much information. Okay, and also it is quite difficult to follow up with your as well. Okay, so next time, and this is for all the teams, if you have set of things that to deliver, but at the same time, you want to explain in detail, at least keep those headings itself, not the entire text. The headings, the subheadings, or the images relevant to that. I see there is a picture, there is a hierarchy model, but the hierarchy model is not visible.
Okay.
I'm not able to follow.
Okay.
Okay. The next one, please. Yeah, go ahead.
These are the other modules we are trying to implement in our project. Now, multiple org implementations, data accuracy, fragmented customer data, multiple logins and all, which we'll be able to, better explain in our next sprint. Thank you.
So these are the kind of a roadmap you are planned to do this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is that legacy infrastructure?
To give to Veera.
Legacy infrastructure, fragmented customer data, privacy laws, fragile integration, multiple logins, data. What is that? Data loss. I never come across.
Data silos.
Okay, okay,
We are ourselves exploring those things. I don't have a solid answer for you now.
okay, okay. The நல்ல picture internetல கிடைச்சிச்சு.
Yeah.
போட்டா நல்லா இருக்கு. சரி, right. So see, what you guys are doing here is you are giving an expectation saying that in our next sprint, we are all going to work on this part and we are going to implement and we are also going to prepare. That's a kind of a projection you are giving to the client today. Okay. So later don't come back and say we gave a projection other day, but what we so we are not able to complete on time. Okay. Anyway, Paul, is it you still have anything to discuss or? Okay. Good one, Paul. Good one, team.
Thank you, sir.
But I see only very few people from your team have presented this, right? Veera, Vinishri, you. What about the others? Yeah.
Now in pharma field,
That is completely fine. See, what we have done today is completely different from the technical knowledge, right? All that you have discussed about the data model only.
Actually, no, they know about our process, what we are going in this project. John, you will.
This is for everyone. Don't expect the team going to teach you everything. What we have seen in this demo is nothing but what is the business, what the business actually needs, what are the different objects we are going to create, and how these objects are going to be utilized in a project, right? That is what we have seen on the whole. So if you are part of the team or if you are newbies who are joining the team, please sit with the team and get to know what is going on. You don't need to have a good understanding on Salesforce or you don't need to have a technical knowledge, but at least you can ask the statement like at the end of the day, they are going to build a project for some company. You can at least get that basic level of understanding. Okay. So don't detach from the your team. Each and every one part of Salesforce Classroom training, we want everyone to be part of a team and get to know what is happening in the team. We are going to conduct till July end, right? So better you have at least the high level clarity on what as a team you are all doing. The one thing that I like most about this team is they started speaking in English during their Scrum call. That is a good initiative team. They are the one give the thought process of we can let other teams also talk in English. One big round of applause for the team who initiated the process of talking in English during the Scrum call. That is very nice. The slides also pretty good, but maybe when you have started explaining so much thing, right? At least if you have the one or two subheadings, that would be fine. All right.
and we have followed that Trello.
Yeah. I thought of asking the same. Why don't you explain how you are managing the team? Yeah,
We
please.
have just started with basics.
Okay.
Follow through. I've created a board. The board contains sprint one details.
Mhm.
Then it's classified into lists and cards. In list we have four columns like to-do list, what's on the pipeline, what we are working on doing list, and once all those objects and components completed, and some priority tasks or components to be added. So those are the classification of lists. And in the list, inside the list, we'll add cards so that each card, once that activity is completed, it's moved to the next list. That's how we understood about Trello and followed project implementation on Trello. It's just on the basic level. With further inputs and add-ons, we'll follow other templates and all.
Good one. That following a Trello is a really great thing, but nice one, nice. And So that's it, I guess. You guys are pretty settled with the process. That is very important. When you're joining any organization or when you're joining any team, aligning to the process is very important rather than achieving something. Okay. Success is a kind of a term or whatever the results you are planning, right? You can get it only if we are having a streamlined process. Doing Salesforce project is not a YouTube video or Instagram reel where over the night we can become a popular and we will reach some millions or billions, right? Whereas a project that needs a discipline in terms of following the process. First, you have to set the process. That is what I have seen here. You have a very neat process of creating a Trello cards, following up the Trello cards, conducting the daily Scrum call to check the updates, and also implementing the project. That's really nice. I hope your team will get a deployment manager soon, and I hope you will be following that deployment cycle too. Looking forward for the team. All right. Good job. Good job, team. Thank you. Thank you. So the next team, Salesforce Mavics, பயப்படாதீங்க அப்பதான் பார்க்க அப்பாடா டைம் 5 ஆயிடுச்சு இன்னைக்கு கூப்பிட மாட்டாங்க அதானே வேண்டிட்டே இருந்தீங்க so we'll be having the next project explanation from the Salesforce Mavics team. So I expect whatever the feedback we have given these two teams, right? I don't want to repeat the same feedback to you. Okay, since you got that much time to deliver the project for the sprint demo one, we are looking forward to see a good slide, good explanation, and also the demo. Any idea? I mean, just for out of curiosity, I'm asking. What about the other two teams? They are using Trello, right? What are the other two teams using to maintain your project? Everyone using Trello. Good one, good one. So if you are using Trello, in the real time, people will be using Azure DevOps or Jira. Okay. So if you started using Trello, you will find it very easier when you started learning Jira tool for the project. So make sure each and everyone in the team, they have a good understanding on Trello, the project, deployment, explanation. Don't depend on only one. There are chances. This is for the team. There are chances. If you say, Ashok, now I'm going to explain, I can ask for someone else from your team to give an introduction. Don't come up with the preparation saying that I am the one prepared integration. I am the one prepared for the data model like that. I can pick any one of your team member to explain any of the module. Okay, please be ready with this. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye. I'm not completely aware of the cycle what Salesforce is following. I'm talking about only the business. That's what I'm saying. I don't have idea. Business to customer where in business to business, once you selected a product in your opportunity, what is the next step we will do? You're generating the code. Okay, the code is accepted. Then how, without making the payment, you will give the product? See, you are signing up the contract and you got my product. What if I go away? What? Okay, you are saying I am giving some advance amount, the customer will pay the advance amount, the balance they will give. So these are some special case. Not with every organization. See, if I am doing a business, I don't agree with this half amount, full amount. I mean, the partial amount at all. Only if they pay the full amount, we do business.
Yeah, actually, my friend of mine is doing this same automobile sales. How this, they will get the and then
that's what it's all depend upon the business practice they are doing on their own. Okay. The reason why they give such a flexibility, maybe there are small business, they want to get a good hold on the customers. Even if the customer is not going to pay, they will put that as a part of their initial incubation thing. But in general, if I am going to purchase a product, the one who has the product, they will raise an invoice and they will send it to us. We have to make the payment. What is the proof of make the payment? They have raised the invoice. That is the payment proof. Then, if the product is not delivered by the consultant, worst case, right? With this invoice, even you can raise a case to them. That invoice is a proof for us. But without raising invoice, right? You gave the product. There is no proof would be there between the buyer and seller that they got the product from you.
Invoice consists of the details of the payment mode of how they are done.
Yes, yes.
So
Invoice should have everything.
yeah, so only after paying that we'll get the invoice. Before that,
Invoice is different. Receipt is, guys, this is a business term. Okay, again. Suppose we are doing a lot of business to business services. As you know, we are conducting corporate training and also we are supporting a software for some of the companies. What we do every month, we raise invoice. Okay. The customer, they will pay the amount, we deliver the service. That is how in general it works. Wherever you go and buy the product, maybe if you are going to buy a cell phone, right? First, what they will do, they get the amount and they raise invoice and receipt together. There are two concepts. Invoice is different, receipt is different. Invoice is before making the payment, you raise an invoice, like saying that, hey, this is the product you are going to buy, make the payment here, like that. After you give the amount, you purchase the product. What I will give the receipt for the purchase you have made. So one person have made the payment of this and I'm giving the purchase. There are two things is there. Most of oftenly when it comes to filing, if I'm going to file my GST or anything, right? I don't consider the receipt. We always consider the invoice we raise. Suppose I raise the invoice for you. I give 10 days of time. You're not making the payment. What I will do, I will cancel the invoice. I have to cancel the invoice. Suppose if I didn't cancel the invoice, I have to pay the GST for the invoice I have raised. Unnecessary. These are the kind of a business term. I'm glad that you asked this question, but Ashok, in the anyway, we are all technical guys. We are going to deal with object field and things. Why I should learn about this thing now? You must have idea on the business. Only if you have idea on the business, you can utilize the CR. Okay, the thing is not all about whether you have a technical skill to write a trigger or write a asynchronous job or not. Whether you have a good business understanding, how a typical business works. The reason why we gave the project for you to get a thought process like this, in typically how the business works. Okay, so try to look from the business standpoint, business perspective, guys, rather than or a developer or administrator, you're going to handle any requirement in terms of a technical way. Put yourself in the business people's shoes and see how they see the tool, in what way the tool is going to helpful for. Any more questions? Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it good to move when a customer accepts the code directly? We are making the opportunity as closed one.
Okay, the customer is accepting the code and you are closing this opportunity as closed one. Same thing. See, again, business process matters. If ideally, when they close the opportunity, only when the transaction is completed. Ideally, okay. Suppose if you have a business process, like I can close it in an opportunity, but I have some other object where I can still track the business record. You can do that. It's about the internal organization decide how the process should be. If in AJ skill development, we are following this process. If there is another institution, they follow a different process. The business process may differ from one organization to another organization. But Salesforce has created all these things, assuming this is how any business will work. That's why they have Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and all. Still, why there is a requirement for the developers? If everything Salesforce itself developed, right? Why there is a requirement for the developers? The developers come into the play where the solution given by the Salesforce not met their criteria because their business model is quite different. So they need a developer to interrupt and customize the product according to their need. So that's how Salesforce works. So the answer to your question, it is a business call. The company which is going to implement the Salesforce, right? They have to take the call. Maybe you can ask the same question to your business. Assume that I am the business, you are the developer. You can ask this question. Ideally, in Salesforce, this is how it works. But in your organization, how do you want me to implement? Are we going with the existing model which is already in Salesforce, or are we going with your own model? Ultimately, I'm a developer. Whatever the requirement you give, that is what I'm going to implement. Whether it is good or not, if you ask me, I'm going to develop. What I maximum I can say, I can tell some of the best practices. But if you don't agree with mine, right, to give your requirement, I give my estimation for 2 weeks or 3 weeks for the developer effort, I will implement. This is what typically in IT is going on. There are nowadays, right, there's such thing, please say now. You might come across situation like that where the client, the business people, they don't understand the technical term. You can explain them. There are the limitations I'm having. Say for example, if there is a account object, right? The account number or some mandatory fields would be there, right? Always it would be there. Whenever you create an account, that mandatory field will always come up in the page layout. The business people will come and ask you, I'm not using this field. Remove the field from my visibility. Ideally, you cannot do, because in Salesforce, if it is a standard field and it is a mandatory field, you cannot remove it, obviously, right? So, but still the people will ask, I don't want them. This is creating a confusion to my team. Please remove that mandatory field. So what they have no other options than go for creating a lightning web component, exactly like that account page, hiding the page in the component, and they will deliver it. There is a solution which is already available in Salesforce, but they don't want the solution. So as a developer, you will pitch in and you will create a lightning component, or you will create a flow with a form. There are different options available. So this is how the developers comes into the picture. Clear? Anything else? Any more questions? I'm glad such questions are coming up, especially after you all started developing the project. The more and more you focus on the business, you will find the beauty of Salesforce. சும்மா ஒரு டெக்னிக்கல் ஃப்ரண்ட் இருந்து பார்க்காம try to look from the business perspective. All right.